Hello, everyone. Welcome to Creativity with Jennifer. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I am here tonight with a little Fun Fold card. Normally, we do Fun Fold Friday, but I was involved in a craft show today, and I had to go set up last night. And by the time I got back, it was too late to try to get it all together. So, I am here, and this is going to be a short 5-minute fun fold for the holidays as we are getting ready to dive into our holiday shopping. I thought this would be good, especially if you got older children or older grandchildren. Gift cards are always a fun thing to give those kiddos for the holidays, even for birthdays. So you could change this up from a Christmas gift card holder to a birthday card holder, gift card holder, those types of things. So I'm not going to keep talking. We're going to dive right in. I have had a very busy day today. I did a 5K today with my grandson and then went straight to a craft fair. Been there the rest of the day and then home and unloaded everything. So I am pretty wiped out. But I am here, as I told you yesterday, we would be doing a fun fold today. So I am going to turn our camera around and get started with that. All right, let's get you in position. I don't know why that's wanting to fall down. Give me a second. There is the project. I'm going to try to zoom in. Here is our project that we will be doing tonight. I want to make sure I have you close enough so you can see the project as I am working on it. I got to make sure everything looks good in my video. Get my desktop pulled up in case anybody jumps on and shares any comments. I will be able to see them. Yes, this looks great. So here is the fold. So you're going to have a piece of cardstock here and then a piece of designer series paper that we folded over. And then on the inside, it is a gift card holder that goes right into the slot there. All right, so here we're going to get started in making this. I am using, in the description of the video, I have all the supplies that I am using, so you can duplicate if you chose to do so, because these are a lot of fun to have, that you are able to redo yourself. So basically, we have a piece of bubble bath cardstock. This is at 5.5 by 4 1/4. We have a piece of designer series paper, and I am using the traditional Christmas designer series paper. This is at 4 7/8 by 7 1/4. So 4 7/8 by 7 1/4. And then we have a piece of basic white cardstock. This is cut at 5 3 3/4. We have another piece of cardstock that is cut at, it is a 4 by 4, and you scoring it at 1 inch. And then I have 2 other pieces of basic white. Actually, there's 3. There's 2 cut with the labeled dies, the traditional labeled dies that we are using. All right. So these are the traditional labels. And then the stamp set that we are going to be using is the traditional label stamp set. Okay, so those are the stamp sets that we're using and all the die cuts that we're going to be using to do this one fun fold card here. So basically what you're going to do is take your designer series paper, and we are going to fold it in half. So you're going to take it and make sure it matches up, and then you're going to fold it. I am going to take my bone folder and go across the top to give it a great crease down the center there. We're going to take our basic white cardstock, that is the 5 and 4, and we're going to put our designer series paper on it. So I'm going to take my Stampin' Seal and go on the back side here, and we're going to run this across. And then we're going to just take this and stick it onto the basic white. And you want to have a little layover on all sides so you can see the basic white. All right. And then what you're going to do is take your bubble bath, and then you're going to adhere the basic white to the bubble bath. Okay, and then we're going to stick that straight onto our bubble bath. So then you're going to have a fold there. Okay, we're going to go ahead and stamp our sentiment, and I did Merry and Bright on the front side of the card label. So let me do Merry first, and I'm tapping it into my real red. And we're going to stamp Merry right there. And then we're going to get and Bright. We're going to stamp that one right there. All right. Now we're going to adhere that to the other label. And it's going to be, basically, it's double layered here. Okay. And we're going to put that straight in there, just like that. Then what I did is I took the designer series paper, and I cut out one of the poinsettias to go on the front side of the so let me do that. I'm fussy cutting this out. There are some dies that go with this suite. Come with 2 sets of dies and 2 sets of stamping. And I only got the one. So anytime I want to cut any of these flowers out, I have to manually cut them. But there are dies that go with this suite that you could get, and you would not have to fussy cut this, because I know sometimes people just cannot stand the fact of fussy cutting. But I find it very relaxing at times. Especially if I know I need to get stuff done in my studio and I'm just not in the mindset to create, but I know I'm going to be doing something with these, I will go ahead and just sit and do the cut, and at least I got that piece out of the way. So I don't feel like my evening was wasted. All right, so what I'm going to do now is take my adhesive and stick it to the back of that. And then we're going to just put that straight on there like that. Isn't that pretty? I just love this set. All right, I've used it several times already. But I wanted to get this out because tomorrow night when I come live, we will not be Christmasing. This week we are featuring some new product that is going to be going on. Actually, it has went live last week. And I get to share it because I haven't got to play with it yet. All right, and I'll share a sneak peek at the end of what we're working with. So I took the banner out of the traditional labels, this right here, and it cut out this. I am using the stamp set, the sentiment out of Traditional Labels that is called Season's Greetings. All right, so we're going to tap into our red ink, and then we're going to pull this down so I can see what I'm doing, and we're going to stamp Season's Greetings on there. Perfect. Now let's close this up because we are done with that. We need to get our cutting tool out, our paper trimmer. Now, if you don't have a Stampin' Up! Paper trimmer, you will need a scoring blade because now we've got to score. But because Stampin' Up! Does the scoring and cutting on the same, I've got my cutting paper cutter out, and I've got my cardstock lined up at the 1. So I'm going to just score this straight down, and you'll have a scored mark on your on your basic white. And then we're going to fold that flap up. We're going to take our bone folder. We're going to take our bone folder and run across there, giving it a great crease there. I'm going to take my liquid glue, and I only want to go on the edge, because if you go too far in, then your gift card will not want to go in. All right, hold on. I seem to be clogged up a little bit. There we go. All right, so we've got it. Come on. For some reason, it does not want to come out on that side, but it's coming out the other side. Who knows? And I am not seeing my sticky thing, so let's see if I can get this one to come out. Yeah. All right, we're going to just put a little bit there. So all we needed was just a little bit on each side. Then we're going to fold this up and hold it just a second. And I like to do my bone folder across there to really seal it. All right, now we're going to take this and we are going to stick it on the inside of our base here. And then this is going to go in the center. Oh, I got glue. Hold on, I done got glue everywhere. There we go. All right, and then we're going to take our label, and because you know me and dimensionals, I am going to put just a few, maybe. Yeah, here they are. We're going to put 3 on here to hold this on. I just think it'll be real pretty to pop this up. All right, let me get my pick tool here, and we're going to take these backs off. All right. And then this is going to go down at the bottom of our card holder. Just like that. So whenever you go to take, you have your card holder here, and then you're going to take your gift card and stick it right in. So there is your fun fold for this week. Is a Christmas gift card holder. And like I said, you can change the sentiments around and make it a birthday. Anytime you're given gift cards, you can always change it up. But that is a quick way to give a pretty gift card fun fold holder. All right, guys, that is all I've got for you tonight. I will be back live on Sunday, November the 16th at 8 p.m., and I wanted to share with you, we will not be doing Christmas we are going to take a little break from doing Christmas, and we are going to be featuring a new online exclusive item that actually is being used in the Advent calendar event that I teamed up with 2 other demonstrators to do. So we will be doing the friendly foliage dies and stamp set. So here is the stamp set. Friendly voltage, voltage stamp set and the dies. So we're going to be making cards with this and projects with this. Also, this is one of the stamp sets that is used in the Advent calendar. So there's still time for that. So come back tomorrow and I will share more information on that. All right, but this is an online exclusive item and I can't wait to share these projects with you tomorrow. All right, guys, see you tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.